Hi, Grandma. It is day 2 up here, and it's really nice weather, as you can see. Noonie and I are out on the deck by the wisteria. Now, I got lots of things to show you today. First of all, I brought a set of the dinnerware that you bought me close to 20 years ago. 20 years ago, you spoiled me rotten and bought me dinnerware. And you said you would hold it for me until I got married and moved out, or just moved out. And it took me 20 years, but I finally did it. And this is my wisteria punch. Look at it, ready? So it's wisteria, and you also let me have some of your hibiscus flowers. And I made it. It tastes really good. That color is natural. And I'm making some more. Look. This should be good in about 4 to 5 days. I'll let you know. It should be done by the time Nick comes up for a visit. But yeah, look at, oh, my sandwich is in the way. The dinner plates that you bought me close to 20 years ago. And because you love me so much, and I was an indecisive little brat, I couldn't decide between the green plates and the blue plates, and you bought me both. So I brought the green ones because they're spring, and then the blue ones were more winter. So green for me. Thank you, Grandma. Let's see. Yeah. A lot of cheese. It's really good. Patty and Dennis invited me and Daddy over to lunch yesterday, and she made what she calls a hunk of beef, which is, she says she goes out and finds the biggest, cheapest hunk of beef she can find, and then she slow cooks it for about 15 hours, and then it just, becomes really good tender meat. And because she found the biggest hunk of beef she could find, she sent us home with so many leftovers. So I'm well loved up here, Grandma. Doesn't mean I don't miss you, though. It's the one drawback of being up here, is I'm really far away from you. Noonies is in front of me, just rolling in the sun. He's happy up here too. He's like night and day. When I take him home, he's grumpy, Grandma. Like, I'll go and pet him, and he kind of goes, like, don't touch me. But when I'm up here, he's practically laying in my lap all day, just like, oh. But I have a funny story about him. This morning, we went on top of the hill to greet the morning, which just fell. And we're sitting up there, and a turkey came out of the grove. And we didn't see her until she was already on our little footpath. And Noonie didn't know what to do. He kept looking at her, looking at me like, Mama? And he couldn't even run back to the house because she was on the path. And so he just kept looking at her like, I don't know what to do. But we just watched her and she moseyed on. But Noonie actually looked like a turkey. He was like, his neck was way up and you could tell he was on like high alert. But that was it. So he's met the deer and now a pretty turkey. It's so pretty. Tastes good too. Hibiscus and wisteria. Who knew? Hee 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 hee. That was a turkey. But Nick will be here in less than a week. I'm going to pick him up from the airport. And this is the first time he's going to see the house, so he wants to go fishing and hiking. So Daddy's out there on the lake today fishing, trying to find good spots and stuff for him. And I'm here. And the only thing I've really done with my day is to make my punch. I'm winning. There are two types of people, Grandma. There's me, and then there's people like Nick who works 14 days straight, you know, never has a day off. He's even working on his birthday this month. The company says, hey, what days off do you want this month? And Nick said, I'll work any shift you give me. And they said, okay. And they gave him every single shift. Because he's a good worker, you know. But I was like, you could have asked for your birthday off and you didn't. So yeah, two types of people, Grandma. And that's why Nick works at the NFL Network and I'm up here drinking punch. But honestly, not much has changed from our childhood. Remember Nick? He would be 3 years old and he was looking at the newspaper, the sports page, because he was looking at the stats because he wanted to know Kirby Puckett's like RBI or whatever. No, batting average. I don't know. But he's 3 years old and he knew how to find that guy's name. And he actually knew what the stat meant. Like, oh, he went like 3-1 or whatever. You know what I was doing at 3 years old? I was in your backyard picking up stones looking for insects. So yeah. Nothing's really changed. Nick grew up and works at the NFL Network. And I grew up and I moved to this house that has a big old grove. And I, you know, go look at turkeys and stuff in the morning. Our three-year-old selves, they knew what was up. We gave you guys fair warning about how we were going to turn out. But yeah, it is very pretty up here. And I still love my plates. Thank you, Grandma. They're still so pretty. Look at them. The green ones are the spring. Do you hear the turkey? Even Noonie's like this. I do love it here. You say the word, Grandma, and I'll pack you in the car and we will come up here. Your decision. Say the word. You can come out here on the deck and see. I don't know what that was. The birds, the deer, the rabbits. There's always something going on over here. Right now we have these little like finches. They're like really small, and they're making a nest in the wisteria. They're very pretty. I'm going to get some video of them and I'll post it for you. But I love you, Grandma. Thank you so much for loving me. I hope you can hear that turkey. And Mother will see you later for puzzles. Bye. It's not working.